Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me, baby.
Hey guys, Stormtrooper Mark here, and I'm back for a new video. Finally, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm still a little sick. I've been eating a lot of like chicken noodle soup, some chili. I had Halls. I'm still feeling like complete garbage, but I'm a lot better than I was yesterday. So I'm gonna finally do my Deadpool review. I absolutely love this movie. It is just so good. No longer we have to deal with that terrible X-Men Origins pile of shit that's gone. It's out of here. Don't ever have to think about it ever again. Fuck you, that movie was terrible. So let's get on to this new Deadpool movie. Okay, so this movie stars Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, the Deadpool we deserve. And I'm not going to give you the whole synopsis because, honestly, you probably already know what the movie's about. Come on, you've seen the trailers, you're excited for this movie. You don't need me to explain the plot. So I'm just going to tell you how I feel about this movie. It's fucking awesome! Oh my god. I'm probably going to say that a lot, but it is so good. It's a love story, but handled well, not cheesy. I really don't like love stories in superhero movies, and the only time I felt it worked was with Tony Stark and Pepper Potts in Iron Man, and Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone in Amazing Spider-Man. That's the only time I felt I really like love stories in superhero movies. Other times, I just don't like it. So, in this movie, it was handled so well. When Wade Wilson gets cancer and has to tell his girlfriend, Vanessa, and then he goes to search for a cure of it, and then becomes Deadpool, and then he like leaves her and she's all upset and doesn't find out until the very end. You feel bad for him, like his face gets fucked up and he goes on this revenge, and it's just so good. The movie just does not miss a beat. There's no dumb moments in it. It's just, I was sitting there thinking, oh my god, like, they break their fourth wall, like, the opening credits was just, wow. I'm gonna get into a spoiler talk in a few minutes, so I'm just gonna say non-spoilers right now. So when I give a spoiler, you'll see, I'll repeat myself saying spoiler, of course. But something below will say spoilers. So, where do I start? The action scenes. Wow. For a movie to be more low budget than what other superhero movies usually do. Like, usually other superhero movies are at least 200, maybe higher million, 200, 300 million budget. I think this was maybe 50 million. And I like it that way because it made the movie even more better. I know possibly in the sequel they're gonna go for like 100 million, 150 million, because this movie's gonna make a lot of money. It already made 135 million in opening weekend. I think it's already past 250 million worldwide in just 3 days, and that's crazy for a rated R film. I am so happy it's doing so well. If you have not seen this movie, what are you doing? Go watch it right now. Leave this. Go watch the movie right now. It is so fucking good. I'm just waiting almost like 10 years for this was worth it because it came out the perfect time. If it came out a couple of years earlier, I don't think it would have done that great because it would probably be like try to do the sequel off of Origins, and that movie is just pile of shit. I hated that movie. They don't shut Wade Wilson Deadpool's mouth. What were they thinking? Everybody in that movie should have been just fired. Just god awful. Going into this movie, I was a little worried, thinking some of the jokes weren't going to be as good because the trailers were really good, but not like epic. Some of the jokes I thought, okay, it's probably just gonna be like me going, but I had a blast. TJ Miller, if you know him from Silicon Valley. That's where I've seen him from. He plays a lot of side characters. Like he was god awful in Transformers 4. That movie was just god awful. In this, he and Ryan Reynolds have great chemistry. They bounce off each other so well. I love seeing him in interviews, and you could tell they're like really good friends. And he enjoyed being in this movie. The way they talk off each other, it's just great chemistry. Like I said, when they tell the lines of like how he looks like Freddy Krueger face fucked the tropical map of Utah. Oh, that is just so good. Like I said, this is kind of like a romantic comedy if you really think about it, because the whole plot of seeking out revenge for what happened to his face, getting all the mutant powers, and having his girlfriend kidnapped. That's the perfect love story. It's better than anything you get in like Twilight. Like, really think about it. This is by far better than a lot of romantic comedies that's coming out right now today. Like, those movies are just not funny. It's just terrible. There's actual real comedies that came out, maybe like Ride Along 2 that I haven't seen. It's probably complete garbage compared to this movie. This is a true comedy. The opening credits just tells you everything you need to know about this movie. The song they played is my favorite opening song for a superhero movie since Guardians of the Galaxy's opening. It was just so great. I had a lot of fun in this movie. If I had to give it a score out of 10, I'm thinking a 9.5. I can't really think of any flaws at this moment. The villain Ajax, he was that bad. At least I know his name. If you really think about it, a lot of the villains in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you don't remember their names after you see the movie. And Ajax, it's obviously it's an easier name to remember. He was a little more better than some of the Marvel villains. I like a bad guy who thinks he's not a complete bad guy. He thinks he's doing everything right in his way, and that's great. The actress, well, she's not really an actress. I think she's a UFC fighter. I don't remember her name. She played Angel Dust. She was fine, but you can kind of tell they cut some stuff out because she's not the greatest actress. But I thought every time she was on screen, she kicked ass. Her and Colossus had a battle, and that was just like, wow, that was really good pacing. The actress who plays Nega Sonic Teenage Warhead, which is an awesome fucking name, she was pretty good in it too. For the first time, Colossus looked like he should be. I love the look of Colossus in this movie, finally, because we got a little bit of him in X2, which he's literally standing there holding a big TV, and that's all he did. And then, of course, he was in X-Men Days of Future Past. He still didn't do as much. But Colossus was by far the best we've seen him in this movie, and I'm hoping we get more of him in the future. And of course, I hope more Deadpool movies. My dream is still to see Deadpool and Wolverine in a movie together, but with Hugh Jackman leaving, I don't see that happening. I hope after this movie, Hugh Jackman sees this and says, maybe I should do one more. I would just do one more crossover because money talks, so I want to see that happen. One of my friends gave me this. Focus, hang on, sorry. So I love that. So yeah, I had a lot of fun in this movie. I don't think it's that overhyped because the marketing was possibly the best marketing for a movie I've ever seen. Like, who would have thought showing a little teaser for The Bachelor would have worked with Deadpool giving a rose out or something like that, or Deadpool at a kids park talking to children in X-Men costumes. it's just this movie is just finally that Deadpool movie we deserved. Okay, so I'm gonna get into spoilers. So spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. You've been warned. Okay. One of my favorite lines in this movie is when Colossus has Deadpool, and he's like, "I'm gonna take you to the professor," and he's like, "Which one, McAvoy or Stewart?" Oh, did that break the fourth wall? So how good. I loved each time they broke the fourth wall. The opening credits, I don't remember all of it, but it's like directed by some asshats or something like that. Overpaid tools, CGI, something. A British villain. I don't remember it all. I had to see the movie again to remember all the stuff that said in the beginning. It was just wow. One of my favorites is the Zamboni scene when Deadpool's in the Zamboni trying to kill this guy, and he's like, "You're gonna die in like 5 minutes" or something like that, right? Or he attacks a woman, and he's like, "Is it sexist to punch you? I don't know. What do I do?" And it's just, ugh. Or he goes to the mansion, and he sees Negasonic Teacher White, and he's like, "Oh, Ripley from Alien 3," and she's like, "Fuck, you're old." Wow, it's just, this movie blew me away. I just don't know what else to say. There's so many jokes in this movie. It's hard to remember. Of course, I have to go see it again. This time, I'm gonna wear this. I wore my Deadpool hat, and I have this shirt. So, love this shirt. I'm just right now. I'm trying to think of all the jokes that's in this movie. Not much gonna be a much of spoilers when I can't really think. I've only seen the movie once, so I have to go see it again. I'm gonna have a lot more fun the second time I go see it. It's just, I can't think of enough of this movie. It is amazing. Please go see it if you haven't seen it. If you have seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. It's epic. The end credits is by far my favorite end credits of all. Like, I know Iron Man, the first Iron Man movie, had one of the best credits with Nick Fury showing up at the end and is like, "Oh, the Avengers," right? All that. But this one, I think, surpassed it. If you've seen Ferris Bueller, you know what I'm talking about. When Deadpool comes out with the robe, and he's like, "Why are you still here? Go. Movie's over." And you're like, "Yes." And he's like, "Oh, we don't have the budget for that for an end credit scene. Go." Peeks his head back out. "Oh yeah, Cable's gonna be in the sequel." I was like, "Yes, Cable, finally, do it." It's gonna be so excited. My actual choice to play Cable is the guy who is in, the military guy in Avatar. I believe the actor's name is Stephen Lang. Yeah, him. So I think he would be a great Cable. Please make it happen. The only thing I was reading earlier is his age. He is 65 years old, so if they want Cable for a while, he may not be at the age to do it. But that guy is built as fuck, so I think he could do it. So how much do you really need Cable? Maybe 2-3 films. I think he can do it. So I don't know. I just don't cast someone like The Rock. Plus, I think The Rock is already busy with DC, so I don't see that happening. Or, you can go with, Keira Knightley, because that's what Deadpool said. So, this movie was just epic. I loved it. Definitely gonna be buying it on Blu-ray. I was actually surprised it wasn't in 3D. I was expecting to go see it in 3D because most movies are in, right? But because it was a low-budget movie, they couldn't afford 3D, and it made it much better because I am so sick of 3D sometimes. And with the sequel possibly being a higher budget, I'm worried that higher budget, the studio will have more, decisions what they could say happens in the movie, and I don't want that to happen. So Fox, please do not make the sequel what you want. Let them do what you guys did in the first movie. Keep it rated R, because you can't go rated R and then make the sequel PG-13. You have to stay rated R. You have to have the same formula. If you change it, fans are not going to accept it. They're going to be pissed off. So don't be what you guys do, and don't pull like Fan Four Stick. We don't want, puppets on screens telling what to do. Just let the movie be. And I'm excited for Deadpool 2. I'm expecting it for like 2 years. That's fine. I don't want to wait like 3 to 5 years for the sequel, because we already waited like 11 years for this movie, and thank God it didn't come out like shit. Ryan Reynolds deserved to play Deadpool. He is Deadpool. Perfect casting. I'm so happy. And I just remembered one of my favorite parts of this movie is when Deadpool unmasks to show Vanessa his face, and you see Hugh Jackman's face, the picture of his face stapled to Deadpool's face. Oh, just the fourth wall was just so great. And also one of my favorite parts is when he's talking with the cab driver, and the cab driver admits that his girl he likes, his cousin who stole the girl, he has him in the back of the car in the trunk, and Deadpool's like, tells Colossus, "I did not tell him to do that. You were good." And I can't remember exactly what he says, right? And he's like, "Good job." It's like, "You're not supposed to do that. Kill him." It was just so good. See, I have to go see this movie again to remember exact lines, but well deserved. I'm so glad this movie was made. Again, I'm gonna go buy it when it comes out. I can't wait. So this has been a long review, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please go see this movie. It's amazing. I loved it. I'm so happy it's finally out. Thanks to that test footage that was leaked. I believe they leaked it on purpose to see what fans wanted, and we got it finally. So thank you guys for making this awesome movie. I'm happy. So Stormtrooper Mark, we'll see you guys in the next video.
Just